Not in Stockholm anymore. Huh? Oh, they stick you in first person. That's appropriate.
And you can't get out of it.
Well, right. Okay, so it's basically freeway face-off. Like you're starting at almost exactly the same place.
Yeah, it's gonna feel a lot like Freeway Face Off, except in first person.
Yeah.
Because, Freeway Face Off wasn't challenging.
Freeway face-off was primarily challenging as an endurance thing. So this is going to be made much easier by knowing the road and like knowing where it twists and turns in advance. Because it's
Like that.
pretty...
Whoa, that was really cool.
Yeah.
That looked awesome in first person.
God,
And
I
yes,
can't think how long this
restart.
course must be if you have a 6-minute timer.
Yeah.
The Driver San Francisco Grand Challenge, huh?
That's actually pretty appropriate. It was very challenging. I
see
used all
that.
my driving fundamentals to pass this.
Oh,
I
you
like
get a
that the
little
speedometer is
I
updating.
just
Oh, that's funny. We just noticed that.
Yeah. And the, whatever it's called, the engine...
RPMs.
Yeah. What do you call that meter?
Tachometer, I think?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
This really was the year of PC gaming, or at least the summer of PC gaming. Man, there's so many great games to play on the PC right now. I played Max Payne on the PC. I've been really enjoying Borderlands 2 on the PC. Guild Wars, the new World of Warcraft, Diablo 3. There's just so much great stuff to play on the PC right now.
Though if you eliminate first-person shooters, which I kind of just don't enjoy, and MMOs, not as much for me.
But you might really enjoy Borderlands. I mean, it has a lot more in common with Diablo than it does Call of Duty.
Yeah, I know. My problem with first-person is actually not the types of games that have been made, but actually the first-person view. I don't like it. It doesn't feel comfortable for me. I get really tense when I'm trying to play in first person. Like, I was surprised that I could handle Portal, because I just do not enjoy playing games like that.
Wow.
So, I don't know. You know what I'm actually playing right now when I don't feel like playing more Diablo? Is stacking.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I checked out the demo for that one. Seems pretty
It's
cool.
really cute.
I like those guys, the Double Fine.
Oh, yeah.
Team.
It's a really, really cute little game.
They have a fun tower defense type game called Trenched that came out recently too.
Okay.
Actually, one of my favorite Double Fine games though was Costume Quest from Halloween last year. Did you hear about that one?
I did. I considered getting that, but it didn't seem quite as much the sort of thing I would like.
Yeah, it had the old Final Fantasy type combat
Yeah.
where you like select your attack, but it was really cute and
I
fun.
guess the moral here is I'm just really picky about what sort of games I like.
Fair enough. I mean, games cost like $60, so it's okay to be picky.
Yeah, I mean, Costume Quest I could have grabbed for $5 during the summer sale, but...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of PC games, how could I forget? The new XCOM just came out. Did you ever play the original XCOM?
I did not ever play the original XCOMs.
Seems like the type of game you would enjoy, actually.
It's like turn-based strategy.
Yeah, where you control a squad of 4 or 6 guys and you move them into positions and
Yeah.
tell them to attack or whatever.
I like turn-based stuff. I mean, I don't play a lot of games, period, but one of the games I played obsessively was Alpha Centauri.
Oh, cool.
That's the noise of someone who never played Alpha Centauri.
That's the Civilization one, right?
Yeah, it was in some senses a spiritual sequel to Civilization.
Oh, that hurts. Yeah, I played a lot of Civilization up through, the old ones when we were in middle and high school, and then Civ 3 and 4 and recently 5, but I never played Alpha Centauri.
It was really oddly compelling. Like, just the atmosphere and the world, not world building, it's sort of, I guess, like the characters, like the faction heads. Like, the factions were divided on sort of philosophical grounds more than ethnic or geographical. I don't know. There's just something
Well, XCOM, this new one, is made by the Firaxis guys, the Civilization guys, and one thing that they've done a really great job of is capturing that one more turn feeling, where, like, at the end of a Civilization game, the game's over, but you could just keep playing if you want to.
Oh.
And something about the way they've set up this game, it's like the skirmishes don't take that long to play each XCOM skirmish, but it really just does a great job of making you want to keep playing. So you start playing at 8 o'clock, and the next thing you know, it's 2 a.m., and you're like, how did this happen? They just string you along, and it's always really enjoyable.
That sounds cool. I'm not going to get it anytime soon, because there's another 40 to 60 hours of Diablo playtime to be plumbed.
Yep.
That is the one. That's particularly problematic, because we've got one computer between us. Speaking of dropping $60 on games, we instantly dropped another 60 when we discovered that you effectively can't share an account without also, like, originally I thought we'll have one account since we only have one computer and just each create our own character, but I guess you share everything, all the gold and the banner and stuff between characters on the same account, which is great if you're making multiple characters, but
although you guys are married, you don't like sharing.
Well,
so
we wanted to each have our own game experience, so we dropped an extra $60 on that right away without thinking.
The other option was to keep a ledger in the gaming room. Just be like, 47 gold repairs.
Oh no, are you going to miss this? You have 15 seconds to cross the Golden Gate Bridge.
Come on.
Oh.
There's the finish line.
Oh, this is going to be the worst thing.
5, 4, there it is, I can see it.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Are you kidding me? Oh, man. If they had even cut my engine and let me coast, I would have made it through.
Yuck. No, the problem is, even more than that, because we got an extra account, is dividing up playtime. So, fortunately, and I don't know if this is something that they borrowed from WoW, but there's the in-game real-time clock.
Yeah.
That's really important when you've got a situation like ours.
Do you guys put on parental controls where it's like, this character can only be played for 2 hours per day and then it locks out?
No, we just keep track of it. Like, okay, you get, roughly an hour and then you get off and it's my turn, sort of thing. And it's much better than Diablo 2 is at giving you more frequent places to stop playing without losing a substantial amount of progress.
Yep, very true.
So, oh, yuck.
Yeah, I'm sensing a restart here.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, this is a long video.
I mean, it's the Driver San Francisco Grand Challenge. Rome wasn't built in a day.
See that? It does feel an appropriate homage to that Stockholm video.
Oh yeah, totally. And it gives you all kinds of respect for the people in that Stockholm video. I mean,
oh yeah,
jeez, they're in a no-fail zone. Nothing you can do in that situation.
Close.
Of course, they wouldn't be attempting these risky maneuvers that I'm attempting.
Well, yeah.
I was thinking about Diablo and its replayability and the amount of content that it has, and when I compare it to other games like StarCraft or especially WoW, the problem with Diablo for me is once you've beaten the campaign, which granted it's a sizable campaign, you're really replaying the same content again and again in the quest for better gear. And there's other games where you're replaying the same content again and again in the quest for better gear, like World of Warcraft, but they have enough variety in their content that you never really hit the, it doesn't feel tired or old. It's like there's always a different thing you can do in the quest for better gear. But with Diablo, because you're just replaying the same act or the same story or even the same mission or quest again and again, and there's just not that many quests, Diablo got old a lot faster for me than WoW did.
Fair enough. The thing that we like about Diablo is that we find the gameplay, like I think your term is the core loop gameplay, just going around and clicking on monsters, to be so fundamentally fun and satisfying that, like, I, I'll get bored of it. 2 years later, I'm like, you know what I haven't played in a while? Diablo.
And it'll still be fun.
Yeah, and we've gone through multiple cycles. I have probably sunk close to 200 hours into Diablo 2 in, 5 different play sessions over the years.
Interesting.
Like, I don't know why. I can't defend this. Just, it's so deeply engaging or satisfying in some way. Another thing is, for Diablo 2 at least, they at some point put out this expansion / fan mod called Eastern Sun, which dramatically revitalizes the game.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of stuff that, Blizzard took into account, and a lot of the problems that it fixed from D2 that made it less fun aren't problems in the first place with Diablo 3.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm still going to come back to win it.
I really hope so. I'm not going to check the video timer again. But like, one of the things that Eastern Sun did is it allowed any time reassignment of skill points. So you could totally respec your character on the fly at any point. That made it a lot more fun, because then with a single character you can try out all the different skills at different power levels. You're not locked into what you chose or what you needed to use. So that added a lot of playtime and enjoyment into the game. It added
a sense of exploration and mastery.
Yeah, it added new high-level dungeons. Like lots and lots of just sheer new content between monsters and areas and stuff like that. So, yeah, that, because of that, the last time I played Diablo 2, which was about 1.5 years ago now, I got multiple characters through Nightmare mode before losing interest.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm a bit of a junkie. I'll admit this. I'm not saying it's an objectively good game. I mean, to a degree it is. I am not saying it is objectively as good as much as I like it.
Right. That's fair. Yeah, I really like it too. It was interesting in StarCraft 2, not shortly after, but within a year after its launch, the modding community really picked up, and there's a lot of great mods, and Blizzard's actually patched StarCraft 2 to have this, quote, arcade lobby where you could just, browse and play the mods, even from within the game, without having to leave and download them.
Oh, that's really cool.
I wonder if they have any intentions to do something like that.
I would be surprised given the degree to which they've monetized Diablo.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
And it's
Although they have the potential to charge for mods, to do a Apple App Store model where the mod maker gets 60%.
Yeah, but then how does the stuff you gain there translate when you're talking about the auction house?
Oh, I think the auction house would be Blizzard only, and then
so they keep track of what you earned
account
while you were using a mod. You're not making this run. There's no way.
Dude, I totally am. I so am. I'm not going to hit anything. It's going to be great. The funny thing is, I felt like I was doing way better on my first run.
I think you were.
Actually, to be fair, I did almost win my first run.
Yes.
I was within 1/10 of a second on that one.
There's... Oh, actually, you might make this if you don't hit anything. You had, I remember, 15 seconds. Yeah, you could do this if you pull off a perfect run of the Golden Gate. Okay.
Oh, there's so much traffic here.
There is. All right, I'll give you benefit of the doubt.
Come on, come on, come
Hooray!
on. Boom! I'm the Grand Master.
Good work, Matt. Man, the highway through San Francisco is so much longer than it feels like it should be.
Yeah, totally. Good stuff.
Cool.
Not sure why there's 12 seconds left in this video. I'll probably edit this out when I upload it.
Awesome.